Hey everyone, Dr. Stephen Hussey here from resourceyourhealth.com. In today's video, I want to talk all about cooking with fat. So, if you've listened to my other videos or you've looked at my ebook, The Heart, a Most Medically Misunderstood Organ, you know that fats, especially saturated fats and cholesterol, are definitely heart healthy. However, there are some times when it can be not heart healthy. So if you're looking at a cholesterol panel, looking at the cholesterol is not so indicative of heart disease or anything, but if that cholesterol becomes oxidized or damaged, then it can be unhealthy for us. And the same type of thing can happen when we're cooking with fat. Sometimes that fat can become oxidized, and we want to be careful to avoid those types of things. So when we're looking at cooking with fats, there's saturated versus unsaturated fats that we could cook with. So saturated fat just means that that fat, the chemistry makeup of it, it's saturated with hydrogens, which means there's very little chance that it could be damaged. Whereas an unsaturated fat, when it's heated, it's not saturated with hydrogens, and so it can become damaged. So when we're looking to see what fats are best to cook with, we want the ones that are more saturated because they're less likely to become damaged with heat. So some examples of some saturated fats that are good for cooking would be coconut oil, very high percentage of saturated fats in coconut oil. There's also things like ghee, grass-fed ghee, also very high saturated fat content, so resistant to damage. You can do things like pork lard, like that, and then also things like duck fat. This is some duck fat we have left over from when we roasted a duck. Duck fat also very high in vitamin K, which is a great fat-soluble vitamin and nutrient for us. But those things there, as well as things like beef tallow, are very saturated, so they withstand heat very well, and they hold up under cooking. We still don't want to heat them very, very high or too high or for a very long period of time, but they're safer oils or fats to cook with. Now some other things that we can cook with, avocado oil, like this here, withstands heat pretty well. Now, also, as well as olive oil, also withstands heat pretty well, but not as well as the saturated fats. Now the avocado and the olive oil are polyunsaturated, meaning they have some amount of unsaturated fats, which makes them more susceptible to that damage. However, they're plant-based oils, so they come from a plant of avocado and olives, which are very, very high in polyphenols, antioxidants, which kind of protect the fats a little bit from that damage. However, when I cook with those oils, I like to actually add a little bit of water in there as well to kind of buffer the heat, so it's less likely to damage. Now, examples of oils and fats that we don't want to cook with are things like vegetable oils, canola oil, safflower oil, soy oil, peanut oil. These oils get damaged very, very quickly, and actually when they become an oil, they're actually already damaged just in the process of making it an oil. So we want to avoid these fats altogether, really. There's actually studies that show that some of these vegetable oils and canola oils are more damaging to our health than smoking when you compare them side to side. So just want to get those. I don't have any canola oil to show you because that's not allowed in my house. So if you like this video or you learned something, please like and share with your friends, and stay healthy out there.